Hey guys, I'm Darth Leon and this is Let's Play Pokemon Gold. In the last episode we defeated both Misty and Janine and for some reason I'm looking at the wall. So in this episode we are actually going to go to Pewter City, and to do that we must get something. So this is what you're actually supposed to do exactly after you finish up with the power plant. You come here and you get, well, the radio card for Kanto. So now that this is done, we have to fly back to Leonida, and also work the buttons better, Leonida, Vermilion City, where we will actually find a Snorlax sleeping. And I shouldn't be scratching at the moment because my microphone is there. Alright, we have to wake up the Snorlax, and to do that we need the Pokeflute. However, the Pokeflute is not an item anymore, but it is on the radio for some reason. It is actually the last station you will find here. Here we go, Pokeflute. Right, let's put my Super Saiyan first, because it can actually make catching Pokemon easier. I was planning on making a Parasect for that, but apparently Parasect needs to be very high level to do that. And well, training it to like 60 is not an option. It will be actually very, what's the word, suspicious, if you ask me. Right? Doesn't really matter. So yes, the plan was actually to make a Parasect that knows the moves Full Swipe, well fuck, Full Swipe, let's use Thunder Wave, Spore, Sweet Scent and Thief, and this actually is a very nice Pokemon for catching Pokemon. Now let's hit Snorlax a bit. Oh, that's not nice for us. Thankfully it doesn't have a pizza bird, so it won't wake up immediately, but now it's not paralyzed anymore. Sleep is actually better. Oh, start attacking Ampharos for the love of God. It's actually better than paralyzing and burn and poisoning for catching Pokemon. Thunder Punch is not doing very much actually. Alright, yeah, I expect Ampharos to go down this turn, or maybe not. Alright, we can keep dealing some damage, but Ampharos needs to stay alive actually, so should actually change it for yeah, take a tick, go do some damage. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, I know it's super effective. Right, let's keep using headbutts. Maybe I should start using flying, actually. Alright, so now that the missed rollout resets, that's actually something that I like in this generation. Snore. Right, let's use Flight once again, and let's throw a Ultra Ball. I hope this is going to be enough. This is not a legendary, so it's not very hard to catch. Alright. Oh, for the love of God, I had to talk about that. Well, shit. Let's use a move that we haven't used for quite some time. It will be asleep for about 3 turns, so let's do as much damage as possible in those 2 turns. And challenge our luck with an Ultra Ball. Stop using Absorb! It's not helpful, as you can clearly see. Okay, those were 2 wasted turns. Right, full health while sleeping, let's use an Ultra Ball and see how it goes. Do not expect to catch it, but, well, I've got I've got Ho-oh with a more ridiculous way. Yeah, I expected that. Well, you're not very smart, are you? Let's go ahead and use Fly. I don't know. I'm gonna hope for a critical. Right, it went back to sleep. Once again, I have 2 turns and I'm wasting it, the one of them on Fly, but it doesn't matter. It's better than doing 2 absorbs on turn on the row. Also, you may notice my nose is quite running. Don't know why. That is, doesn't really matter. So now with less health. Well, I told you it was not that difficult, especially with an Ultra Ball. So yes, now we have a Snorlax. It actually has a very nice item, which is leftovers and will heal your Pokemon every time you move, I believe, in this game, while in the later games it does that every time every time both you and the enemy and the opponent have made a move. Alright, I do not think I have a repel, so I'm just going to walk this distance. You won't find much, just... Alright, I may have got a cold in the middle of the summer, for some reason. So, well, I guess. So here you can find Diglets and Dugtrios. I just found a Diglett. So now that we went through the whole thing, the Diglett cave or whatever you might want to call it, you just cut this tree. Well, Kandusu has a lot of things to cut around here. Let's go to Poké Center and heal our Pokemon, and now then we're going to fight Brock on his team. So, Brock actually uses Rock-type Pokemon. Rock-type Pokemon are defensively strong against Normal-type, Fire-type, Flying-type and Poison-type attacks, and they are weak against Fighting-type, Grass-type, Ground-type, Steel-type and Water-type attacks. As for offensively, they are strong against Dark-type, Fire-type, Flying-type and Ice-type. And I want to put my Feraligatr first. And they are strong and they are weak against Fighting type, Ground type and Steel type. So I'm going to skip this battle, I mean it's just battle, and see you back at Brock, or forward at Brock actually. Sorry, I just can't concentrate today. Alright, so let's fight Brock. We know who is going to do most of the fighting, considering how I only have one team member that could do that actually. I should train the rest of my Pokemon actually. So he starts off with a Graveler, not too much of a challenge, just use some water around, then things will be fine. Your only challenge here would be to certain Pokemon, but well, not really as well. Alright, I'm back. Sorry once again. I seriously find it too difficult to be quiet for a minute or 30. So now he's going to use Kabutops, and since Rock type have nothing to do with Electric type Pokemon, we can actually use Ampharos here, since they have water. Let's go ahead and use a Thunder Punch. Well, Surf is not going to do much damage to us right now, but it's fairly strange that Brock actually uses Surf. Alright. Never mind. It's an easy Kabutops down. Right, now he's going to use a Rhyhorn. This is usually his second Pokemon, but for some reason he used it third. Rhyhorn is not much of a challenge, like the rest of his Pokemon actually. Just go ahead and use a Surf and it's going down. Well, once again as the rest of his team. Right, almost there. Yes, I would like to change Pokemon. Once again, this is a half water, and since rock type has nothing to do with electric type, we are getting rid of it with our Ampharos. And lastly, he is going to use his Onix. Which was actually... oh, well, that was stupid. Now I have to waste one turn to get out my Ampharos. My Feraligatr. Yes, I want to change. Keep pressing the right buttons, Leonida, keep pressing the right buttons. Right. Sandstorm. This is not very good for us, but doesn't really matter. And with that, Onix is down up, and that goes for Brock as well. So now we get our badge, which if I recall correctly, it's just called badge. Oh, Wonder badge. Alright. Okay, so I did not recall correctly. There's also one last thing to do here in this town before we leave forever. That is going right next to the mart. So in this game, it was actually the first and actually the only game where you could actually grab and catch the mascot of the other game. So if you talk to this old man here, he will give you the Silver Wing, which actually allows you to go and catch Lugia, which was the mascot of Silver. Same goes for Silver, that old man gives you the Gold Wing that allows you to go and catch Ho-oh. Unfortunately, I do not know what happens in the Crystal game, because I haven't actually played it, and it is not a mirror of Gold. Unfortunately, you cannot get the signature move of the of Lugia, and the same way you cannot get the signature move of Ho-oh in Silver. If I recall correctly, it's something like Aeroblast for Lugia and Sacred Fire for Ho-oh here. Of course, I'm not going to go ahead and catch Lugia as shiny. Do not expect me to do that. I'm actually going to just to catch it and be done with it. So now we arrive to this town. Let me read the city. Right next to us is, as the sign said, the Indigo Plateau. And if you try to go to the gym, once again the gym leader is not there. That happened to previous games. And from Paletown, but he's out often. And well, he's not here, so why am I even changing? Coming in here. Also, his gym is made out of Lego. That's something good to know. Let's continue on south and go to Paletown, which is actually the first town you are in the previous games. So we're actually going to meet our mother from the different game, from the previous games, as well as meeting Oak, which has something to give to us, if I recall correctly. Let's meet as less Pokemon as possible, and yet we find a Pokemon. And it is a Rattata, which is level 2. Yes, that's wonderful. Brings us memories. So let's go ahead and talk here. Go here. So this is your mom from the previous games, and if you talk to her, she's going to talk to you about Red, which is once again getting too much credit for what he's done. We have more badges than him at the moment, and we're actually going to get double the gym badges that he has. Yeah, experience and all that stuff. I actually have obliterated every other trainer, but we're getting good at completing the decks for some reason. So we're going right out, and actually this is a pretty nice time to end the episode. So in the next episode we are going to challenge the next gym, which is very confusing one to find, especially for me. And yeah, this is actually all. And now I'm going to have a very happy time to edit this video. See you guys next episode.